Good morning, friends. Welcome to GoOnlineTrainings.com. So today, let us understand, some more topics of Power BI. So before that, some of the students are getting issues with SQL Server. SQL Server is not able to open when they put a dot. Okay, so what you need to do, you have to connect it to SQL Server. Open this. Okay. So when you put a dot, if you are not able to connect, there is a triangle. Okay, na? There is a triangle. Click on this triangle. So there's a triangle here. Have you seen this? This is the one you need to click on it. So go there and try to click on this. So you will be able to get your machine name. Okay, I'm able to get my machine name. So you should be able to get your machine name. Choose the machine name. Don't type anything. Choose the machine name. Click on connect. Clear? So that should work. If it is dot is not working, if you give laptop name, if it is not working, you have to do the same thing. One more thing also, you need to test it. Once you install it, okay? Once to install it, you need to do one more thing as well. So what is that one more thing? I'll tell you. So you have to go to services. After SQL Server installation, so do some checkings, okay? So checkings and testings. So where you need to go? You have to go to start and services.msc and press enter. You have to go to start ఇందులోకి వెళ్ళి services, okay, .msc services.msc అని కొడితే you should be able to get this. Services.msc means which is one more application. Click on this. What are the services running in your body? A lot of services are running, right? So what are the service? Kidney is giving you one service, heart is giving you one more service, your ear is giving you one more service, eyes are giving some more services, right? Like that. So your body is a collection of services. Alage laptop is a collection of lot of services. These are the services which are functioning. Your lungs are giving you one service, your kidneys are giving one more service, your heart is giving one more service. So body is a collection of services. Body is what? Collection of services. So the same way, even your laptop is collection of services. These are the applications are running, right? So you should know SQL Server also should run here. Come down, and when you come down, you will be able to find out SQL Server service. See, SQL Server. So this SQL Server, MS SQL Server, when you double click on this, it must be in the start condition, right? So you can stop it this here. So when you stop this, you try to go to SQL Server, go to SSMS, and try to open and connect. It is not going to connect. Okay. Ensure SQL Server services is on. If the service is not on, so now I'm giving you Kedar, right? I'm giving the Kedar there and try to connect. It is not going to connect. Why? Because if the lungs are, not in the good shape, did you get the service? No, you will not get the service. So if the lungs are in a proper, not is not functioning properly, do you think that it can give you proper breathing and everything? No, it cannot, right? Like that, service itself is stopped. So if it is not working, so how do we know? Go here, SQL Server, double click on that. It is start means it is stopped. So now you should be able to check what it is telling. So a network related instance specific error occurred. So when you get this kind of an error, so what you do? You have to simply go to services start services.msc and press enter. Choose services, press enter and come down. Look for SQL Server. Double click on this. It would have been stopped. You need to click on start this button. Now it is started. Now click on OK. Now you close this. Now you go try to connect. If you're not able to get the computer name, you put a dot. If dot is not working, simply what you do, you click on this, you will be able to get the computer name here. So choose that, click on connect. Uppercase, lowercase doesn't matter. Uppercase, lowercase doesn't matter. You should be able to get and see it. Clear? If it is still not working, if it is still not working, so the better thing is that you visit nearest hardware shop. So those people can tell you how to do that. So That is the best thing to use it. So you have to install developer edition or evaluation, either. So these editions you can install. So, but do not install what? There is an express edition. So don't install this. Where in SQL Server I'm talking about. So I'm talking about SQL Server 2019. So either you can go in for a dev or evaluation copy, right? Do not install Express. So remember this at the time of installing. If you don't tell your hardware guy, they may install this. If they install, it will be very, very problem for us. Clear? So ask them not to install Express. Okay. If they install Express, if you find Express, immediately what you do, how do you know? You will be able to find out in your services. Go to services. So it will show you. So what kind of a software you have installed. It will tell you, see, when you come down, it will tell you SQL Server Express. So it will give you SQL Server Express here. So when you see Express, then immediately you ask them to remove it and uninstall everything, restart the computer, install only these two versions. Either developer is one version you can install, okay? Or the better thing is that you can go in for this one. Evaluation means after 120 days, your SQL Server will get elapsed. So it is 6 months validity. After that, again, you should be able to install for one more 180 days copy, right? So remove it and reinstall it. It is going to work after 6 months as well. These are free copies. Developer copy is free copy. Evaluation copy is also free copy. You can go in for this. Don't go in for this. This is not going to have all the SQL Server features. Okay. Express means it is a super fast installation. It will be very, very faster. It will not install everything, right? So only you will have a limited features. So you should not install this when you're installing SQL Server 2019. So remember this. Do you have any other questions? You can ask me. Otherwise, I'll start with Power BI now. Clear? So learning what is important, SQL Server is important. Daily 2 hours. Daily 2 hours. Increase the dose in SQL Server and learn only 1 hour of Power BI because nothing is there in Power BI. Because of the reason BCom guys also getting jobs, right? So nothing is there in Power BI. Power BI is simply drag and drop software, self-service BI software. So where is that? You need to give more concentration initially. Don't give more concentration in Power BI. I'm telling you, you have to learn much more things. Okay, you have to learn much more things from the SQL Server only. That is what is the success. Okay. So why my people are going to be getting very good salaries? Why? My people are, able to crack and sustain in the companies because the proper guidance, the proper treatment will give you always proper, curing, right? So the complete success of your career is not in Power BI or MSBI, always SQL. SQL is backbone for lot of other technologies in this world. So if you leave SQL Server or SQL and only Power BI, you are the failure candidate. You are not going to work in the company. You will come out within a fraction of seconds because completely you need to work with the data. So they don't give you Excel sheets. They'll give you RDBMS softwares. They'll say you go and get the data from RDBMS and try to work with Power BI and create a report. Creating a report anybody can do, but working with SQL Server, Oracle is difficult task. In the learning period, if you don't concentrate on SQL Server, you are already dead. I'm telling you, you're a dead guy. Okay, learning Power BI is useless. Learning MSBI is useless. Utter flop. Clear? Your movie is completely utter flop movie day one itself. So concentrate on SQL Server much more. Daily 2 hours practice. Clear? Of SQL Server, daily 1 hour or half an hour practice of Power BI. So increase the dose for SQL Server. Slowly, Power BI also will get increased. Clear? So initially, daily 1 hour of practice Power BI, daily 2 hours of SQL Server. Buy the videos, watch the video of SQL Server. If it is a 1 hour video, don't watch. Don't watch at a stretch. Watch only 10 minutes. Pause it. Open the notebook, write the notes. Write the notes. Without writing notes, only watching videos, that is useless. It is less just like watching a discovery movie. So nothing will happen. So you need to open pen and paper and play for only 10 minutes of SQL Server. One video, each video will have at least 1 hour of this one. Don't watch at a stretch 1 hour, only 10 minutes. If you don't have a mood, stop it. Come back after some time, and remaining 10 minutes you watch it. 10 minutes, 10 minutes, 10 minutes, or 15 minutes, like that. 4 15 minutes will be 1 hour. So you need to watch only 5 10 minutes, stop it and take the notes. Don't go here and there. There are thousands of videos are available. Don't go here and there. So I'm giving you SQL Server Telugu and English. You watch every video without skipping, right? Day one, you write day one, video number one, date. Watch completely. Day two, video number two, date three. You also put the dates. You will come to know when did I complete first video to second video, how much time I'm taking. I'm taking 4 days time, 5 days time. Then there are almost 45 plus 50 videos. If you take 5 days, one video to one video means, so 5 into 5, 1 year you will take to understand SQL Server, right? So you take 2 months for Power BI and SQL Server. That is the time period I have given, because when I'm putting the timings and schedules, you need to follow strictly like that. September, October, time period for what? SQL Server plus Power BI. Or you may take 1 more month extra, but not 6 months extra. Clear? So you need to follow the schedules as well, so that I'm with you, you are with me. So when I'm having something, you're also finishing the same thing on the same time. So if you follow your own time, and if I am following my own time, so nothing will happen. So people who are working, for them it is very very difficult to follow this. They can have 1 or 2 months here and there. People who do not have jobs, okay, people who do not have jobs, morning you completely work on before 12 o'clock, attend the class and practice Power BI, and forget about everything. You sleep for 2 hours and get up at 5 o'clock or 6 o'clock and open SQL Server 6 to 8 o'clock or 5 to 6 o'clock or 3 to 5, whatever you have the time. So you should be able to work. See, even I don't get time, because morning 6:30 I'll start the classes, and I'll have time after my dinner 10 o'clock. So 10 o'clock where I'll open my my laptop and study for the any new topics. Clear? So everybody will have time scarcity. I am also running a business. I am also taking care of family. So morning 6 o'clock when I start, I'll go up to 10, and 10 to 12 or 10 to 12:30 the midnight. That is when I'll get the time to prepare for next topics or next one. So everybody will have that. So sometime you need to choose it. So my time is daily 10 p.m. to 12:30 p.m. So or 1 o'clock in the midnight. Again, morning 6 o'clock I have to get up. So everybody will have same things, right? So that is how I prepare. Sometimes what I do Saturday and Sundays, because we need to give support for families also, right? So Saturday you cannot say I will sit and prepare. Your kids will not be happy. So Saturday you can get up at 6 o'clock in the morning. Till 9 o'clock you complete your stuff. So 9 o'clock I am free. By the time kids will wake up, so 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock we'll go out. So that is how you need to plan. So Saturday, Sunday also you should not leave it. So Saturday you get up bit early. So say 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock you get up, and 2 hours of practice need to be given immediately. 7 to 9 or 6 to 8, something like this if you have some time. So other late nights, midnight. So sometimes you need to squeeze it and you need to work. Clear, guys? Yeah. Sure. Any other questions? Because how you're practicing, what you're practicing is also very, very important, right? So that is what the good gurus can tell you. Somebody is, sneezing. Somebody is unmuted. Who's that? Check your mic. Uma, please mute all. Yeah. So, okay, guys. So that is what is important. Let us go to, Power BI. So now, today we'll have Power BI demo with excellent SQL Server, Power Query ETL, and Power Query Windows and options, and lab Power Query, Power Pivot, Power View, and Share. So a lot of other things I'm going to be discussing today. Let us see what is that we're going to be doing with the Power BI. Power BI is what software? Power BI is a report creation software. You can create this kind of a visualizations. You can create a report. So what kind of a report you can have it? You can have any graphical report. So after creating a report, so the report need to be published. Where you need to publish as a developer, you have to publish the report into the one more server. Clear? So this is your laptop where you create a report. So after that, what you do, you send your report to where? To one more server. This server is called as a cloud server, or you can have your own server. What is a cloud server? All of them will discuss. So you create a report and you deploy or you publish. So end user means the manager who wanted to consume your report. So how is going to be consuming? He will connect to your server and he will be able to connect it to one of these servers and he will be able to see the reports in his laptop. Clear? So we create step number one, we publish, and the end user means what? The manager. So Amazon manager wanted to see the report. So he will give the requirement. I need this kind of a report. So who's going to be giving you requirement? Amazon CEO or Amazon manager, Amazon the business partners. They'll say, hey Bhaskar, I need this kind of a report. Where is the data? The data may be available in Excel sheet. So that Amazon company will give you. They may have the data in the data warehousing. Clear? So somewhere they have data. So the data they'll give you, you have to create a report and publish it. And where you have published that server URL you need to give. So the end user is going to be connecting to those servers and they will be able to view. So there are three steps: create, publish, and consume. So these are the three steps that we have as a developer. What we do, we are called as a software engineers, or we are called as a data engineer, or we are called as a BA developer, MSBA developer, Power BA developer, data engineer, software engineer, data analyst, software analyst. There are different uh, roles are provided in different companies. When I was working with Accenture in 2009 and 10, I was a software analyst there, no, software consultant. I'm a consultant. So I have taken as a consultant. Consultant means I can do any work there. I can be a .NET developer. I can be a Power BI developer. I can be a C++ developer, Java developer. The roles we are getting that time in Accenture was consultant, software consultant. Some people will be getting as data engineer, software engineer, assistant engineer, something like this. So don't worry about those designations provided by the company. So they'll ask you what is your role. So I'm a 3.5 years experience guy. I'm completely working with RDBMS SQL Server plus Power BI and MSBA with data warehousing. So those are the skills that you need to tell them in the interview. We will have 2 to 3 classes: how to prepare a CV, how to upload a CV in Naukri, and how to talk about your project to the interviewer, and what are the projects you need to put. Everything I'm going to be covering 2 to 3 classes. So you should not worry about anything. Only you should worry about time and skill. So remaining things I will take care. Clear? Till you get a job, I'm there. But only thing is that if you give 100% of your time, energy, and however I'm saying, you follow that. Sir, my brother is telling me like that. My neighbor is telling me like that. My friend is telling me SQL Server is not so important. Then you go you to the friend, you join there. So don't listen to me. Don't come here. So when I'm saying, it is for everybody, right? Even if the brother comes and sits, I'm going to be telling the same thing. In my family, there are 10 to 15 people who are working only for Power BI and MSBA, right? So they're having almost 10 years of experience. My own brother is working for Tech Mahindra, so almost 10 years of experience. 2012 BTech passed out. All, even my cousins, my brothers, all people are learning. All my family into BA because of me, right? So we believing that BA is giving much more opportunities. Definitely it is giving. We are getting very good salaries. Other people are getting 10, 15 lakh salary. we are getting double, triple salaries because of BA. BA will give you lot salaries compared to Java .NET developers. You ask anywhere, right? So even I'm telling my own, relatives, if you're doing a BTech, don't go learn anything. Don't learn anything. Come, I'll teach you for Power BI and SQL Server. You can get a fresher jobs also. So that is how we are, completely into BA. So you should also, you can also be there in BA side. So if somebody says Power BI will not be there next 5 years, 2 years, that is useless. Now, okay. Now, three things that you need to understand is that when you install Power BI, Power BI desktop software that we are installing, which is having three modules. One is called as Power Query. This is the first module. Second module is called Power Pivot. So this is the second module. And the third module is called Power View. Power BI desktop software is going to be having three things: Power Query, Power Pivot, Power View. Clear? So you have the data coming from Oracle SQL Server databases, or you may be getting the data from Excel sheets, or you may get the data from the flat file. Flat file means what? Notepads. So whenever I save some data like this is also some data, right? For example, I have employee ID, employee name, employee salary, employee ID one, name is Ram, salary. So what is this? It is a flat file. So people will say these files are called flat files. When you have a comma, what is this comma? Comma is called as, okay? So it is a CSV files, comma separated values. So flat files are called as what? Comma separated values, okay? So sometimes it is, this file is called as, what is this file? Notepad, flat file, CSV files, and these are also called as notepads, okay? These are also called as a text files. All these are synonyms: flat files, CSV files, notepads, text files. All these are called as what? Text file data. So this is the one. So you may get the file like this. This is what is called CSV file. Sometimes we don't get comma. You will be able to get sometimes. Okay, sometimes we don't get comma here. So how? There is a tab space and a tab space, tab space. So this is how the data will be. Next one is Salman. Okay, next one is Salman and tab space 2000. So these files are called as text files only, but there is special name given to this. Special name given to this. This is what is called TSV files. What is TSV? Tab space. Clear? So tab separated values. So flat files Anna, CSV files Anna, TSV tab, tab separated files, notepads, text files. All these are called synonyms only. Clear? So this is what is the point that you need to understand, guys. Clear? So you should be able to get the data from anywhere. We have thousands of sources are available in your Power BI. Clear? So Power BI has three parts. One is called Power Query and Power Pivot and Power View. What is a Power Query? Power Query is similar to your SSIS. Clear? Power Query is similar to your SSIS. So this is what is your SSIS. MSBI SSIS, right? So this is what is called MSBI SSAS. Clear? So remember that. SSAS. So this is Power Query means SSIS, Power Pivot means SSAS, Power View means SSRS. Okay. So these are from MSBA. SSIS and SSAS and SSRS from where? From MSBA. So MSBA has three tools. What are the three tools? ETL and SSAS, that is analysis tool. Then the third one is reporting and visualization tool. So total three tools are called MSBA. But instead of MSBA, you can also go in for what? Power BI. You can also go in for what? Power BI. So Power BI can perform ETL operations, extract the data, transform the data, load the data. So that is what is called Power Query. Power Pivot means where we are going to be writing, doing lot of analysis, and we are going to be using a DAX expressions and everything here, right? In Power Query, we are also using a language called M language, mashup language. Clear? So you're going to be learning two languages. One is called M language, DAX language. DAX stands for Data Analytical Expressions. What is DAX stands for? So Data Analytical Expressions. So let me write here. So DAX stands for what? Data Analytical Expressions. So these are very, very simple, not at all complex. Not at all complex, very, very simple. If you know simple mathematics, A plus B equals to C, or A equals to B plus C. If you're able to understand this formula, then this is a DAX formula. It is very, very simple mathematics, and mathematics formulas and other functions we can use is DAX analytical functions. So there is almost, 8 to 10 classes will discuss. 8 to 10 classes will discuss DAX formulas. Clear? So everything I'm going to be covering. So you need to understand what is that MSBI is going to be doing. What is that Power BI is going to be doing? Power BI is going to be doing all the operations which MSBI can do. Clear? So one is called Power Query is ETL, Power Pivot it is for the SSAS, and Power View is for SSRS. SSRS reporting software. Now let us understand one by one, so that you will be able to easily, you know, see what is a Power Query. First one is Power Query. Let me go there and understand. So Power Query, where you should be able to perform ETL operations. You can extract the data, transform the data, load the data. Clear? So that is what Power Query can do it. And where we're going to be writing M language. M language is completely case sensitive language. Okay, uppercase, lowercase is very, very important. You need to be careful, says case sensitive. So you should not worry what is this language. We don't write language, we always drag and drop. So I told you, Power BI, anybody can learn. I told you, to learn Power BI, do we need really SQL Server? No, really you don't need SQL Server. But why are we learning SQL Server? To attend the interview. To attend the interview, we are going to be learning SQL Server from day one. So to learn Power BI, you don't need SQL Server. SQL Server, without SQL Server also, you can join the Power BI first. But why are we learning, SQL Server? SQL Server is very, very important. So you need to start the important thing day one itself. When you start, so that when you finish SQL, Power BI, you will also finish the SQL Server, so that you are getting ready for the interview day one onwards. After learning Power BI, if you start SQL Server, it will take 2 more months. So that time, what will happen? You lose you lose Power BI, you SQL Server, you lose the hope on job. So that is not the right way to think. So Power BI does not need SQL Server knowledge at all, right? But why are we learning SQL Server? Because tomorrow when you're going for the interview, so 60% of interview questions are asked in SQL Server, only 40% of interview questions in SQL, in Power BI, and MSBI, and data warehousing and DAX. Clear? So you need to study much more of topics from the SQL Server. Now, so Power Query is the first one where we're going to be performing ETL operations, where we're going to be writing M language. What do I mean by M language? Mashup language. It is a case sensitive language where we extract the data, transform the data. Where we're going to be transforming the data, we extract the data from here, we extract the data from here, we're going to be extracting the data from here. So we are going to be transforming the data here. So transform, we do it. We extract the data, we extract the data, we extract the data. Extracting the data, all the data Power Query is going to be doing, getting, and we are going to be transforming. Transform అంటే అర్థం ఏంటి? ట్రాన్స్ఫార్మ్ అంటే రూపాన్ని మార్చేయటం, రూపాంతరం చేయటం. ట్రాన్స్ఫార్మ్ మీన్స్ అప్లై సమ్ బిజినెస్ రూల్స్. ట్రాన్స్ఫర్ కాదు. ట్రాన్స్ఫర్ అంటే స్థానభ్రంశం తెలుగులో కదా, స్థానాన్ని మార్చడం. ఐఎమ్ నాట్ టాకింగ్ అబౌట్ ట్రాన్స్ఫర్, ట్రాన్స్ఫార్మ్. ట్రాన్స్ఫార్మ్ అంటే ఏంటి? ట్రాన్స్ఫార్మ్ మీన్స్ కన్వర్ట్, చేంజ్, రూపాన్ని మార్చే. దట్ ఈస్ ద మీనింగ్ ఆఫ్ తెలుగు, రైట్? సో ట్రాన్స్ఫార్మ్ చేయాలి డేటా. సో ఎక్స్ట్రాక్ట్ ద డేటా, transform the data. Transform means what? Convert, change, apply some business rules on the original data. Then all the data you are going to be loading where? To this. So all the data is going to go to Power Pivot. So the loading is going to be happening in SSIS. What we do in MSBI, we get the data from different sources. We perform SSIS, right? We perform ETL operations, and all the data is going to be loading into a data warehouse. In between, you have staging also, right? So all the data is going to go to data warehouse here. So we are storing the data here, but we are going to be storing the data in Power BI desktop. Where? In Power Pivot. What is a Power Pivot? Which is a database. What is this? Which is a database. So what is a data warehouse? Data warehouse is also database. So what is a Power Pivot? Power Pivot is a database. What type of a database it is? It is a columnar database. Columnar database. And normal database is going to store your data in a hard disk. Normal database means SQL Server database, Oracle database, all these databases, even data warehousing databases is going to store the data in the hard disk. Kada? So that is what these databases. But hard disk means you have 1 terabyte of hard disk. Kada? So that is where we're going to be storing your data. But this Power Pivot is a database. What kind of a database it is? Columnar database. All the data you can get it from where? Different sources, single source, multiple sources, your choice. Data may be coming from Oracle, SQL Server, this one, that one. All the data is going to where? Going to go to, will get loaded to where? Power Pivot. What is a Power Pivot? Power Pivot is a database. What kind of a database? Columnar database, which is going to be storing the data in the RAM. RAM and తెలుసు కదా. RAM means what? RAM means it is very faster. It is very faster. So get the data, transform the data, and you're going to be loading the data. So which is putting data in the RAM. That is what is very important. RAM means, why it is going like this? I don't know. Okay. So we're going to be putting the data in the RAM. So that is what is very important. We have to understand this data is not going to hard disk. Clear? So it is going to be going to the RAM, and it is going to be creating a database inside your RAM, cache. RAM ni ఇంకొక పేరు ఏమంటారు? RAM అన్నా cache. Many people will say cache. CACHE is called cache. It is not a cache, kishi. No, don't spell like that. Cache, okay? CACHE is called cache. Don't say kache, kachi, cache. So don't do like that. So cache means RAM, memory. So this is also called as a buffer. People will be calling this as a buffer. So lot of synonyms. I have the data in my RAM. I have the data in my cache. I have the data in my buffer. So when you're getting 100 GB of data, you're getting some data from here, some data from here, some data from here. This data is called as 100 GB of data. When you transform the data and when you load the data to the Power Pivot model, which is going to be compressing the data, what it is doing in the RAM, 100 GB of data is not going to go to your Power Pivot model. What is Power Pivot? Power Pivot is a database where the database gets created in the RAM. So what it is going to be doing, 1/10 of compression is going to be happening. So 100 GB will become 10 GB here. How much GB? It is going to be 10 GB of data. It is going to be highly compressing. So that is what is the point. Clear? How much of a data? If I give 100 GB of data, what are the things it is going to be doing? Means it is storing all the data in the RAM in my computer. It is going to be compressing the data. What is the compression rate? 1/10. 1/10 of the source data. 1/10 of the source data will get compressed. and that is how it is going to be storing. So 100 GB of data will become 10 GB of data. It is going to be compressed and 10 times faster. It is a 10 times faster than the keep the data in your normal databases. Which is faster? Power BI is 10 times faster. When you compare with normal Excel sheets, normal notepads, normal SQL server, 10 times faster, and 10 times it is, smaller than the original data. So these are the things are going to be happening in your Power Pivot. Power Pivot is a columnar database. Power Pivot is going to be storing complete data into the RAM, which is compressing the data and storing it 10 times faster than the data which is available from the source. When you compare with Excel or any RDBMS tools like SQL Server, Oracle, so Power BI is a 10 times faster. Clear? What is a Power Pivot? Power Pivot is a database. Database normally stores data where? In the hard disk. But this database is not a normal database, which is a columnar database, which is going to be storing the data in the RAM. If you don't have 10 GB of RAM, then definitely you cannot get 100 GB of data. For example, I have 4 GB of RAM. If I have 4 GB of RAM, can I get 100 GB of data and store it here? I cannot, because 100 GB data if I'm getting, I need to have enough RAM. So I'm having in my laptop 4 GB. 4 GB means you cannot accommodate 10 GB of RAM. You have to buy minimum 20 GB of RAM or 15 GB of RAM. So 10 GB I can give it to my Power BI. Remaining I can use for my computer to run, right? If you have 4 GB of RAM, 10 GB cannot have it, right? So 4 GB means the source data, you have to reduce it. That is what is important. So there is a enough RAM space need to be there. So what is the maximum capacity? The Power BI can have 10 GB only, not more than that. That is also one more limitation of Power BI desktop or a Power Pivot. So what is the max data we can have in the Power BI means only 10 GB. If I have, 1000 GB of data coming from source, 1000 GB, when you compress it, it will become 100 GB. So can I store 100 GB in this? No, we cannot store it, because the maximum capacity for Power BI desktop is only 100 GB. So this data, you cannot store it in the Power BI. So you cannot do anything. You cannot get 100 GB of data, perform ETL operations. You cannot put everything here. So you need to bypass this and this. So when you are not able to do with this, that is where we have MSBA. So MSBA can get large amount of data. It can perform ETL operations, stores data where? In the data warehousing. You can put not only 1000 GB. 1000 GB means 1 terabyte. 1 terabyte. So when you're having 5000 GB, 5 terabytes, 6 terabytes, we cannot accommodate the data in your Power BI desktop. When Power BI is not able to store, then we have MSBI along with data warehousing. Clear? So those tools are going to be handling large amount of data, and GBs of data, Power BI can handle it. Clear? So you can understand what is the limitation of Power BI. Power BI cannot handle large amount of data. It cannot, when you have 10 terabytes of data, you will not be able to dump it, because maximum capacity of this database is 10 GB. Clear? So many companies are going to be having this much of a data. Think about my company. I don't have much more data. Why should I take a data warehouse? Why should I use SSIS? Why should I use everything? If I don't have much more things, I can do it with smaller things. For example, there is a mixie, there is a grinder. Grinder can accommodate large amount of item. But I don't have large amount of item. Why should I buy a grinder? I will go for a mixie, right? So Power BI is a mixie, grinder is MSBA. Grinder is what? MSBA. When you have a large amount of things to be done, you go with the bigger grinder. Bigger grinder, you try to grind with that. When you have a small amount of data, you always go with the mixer. Mixer can put the small amount of things, and we can prepare whatever you wanted to have it. So think like that. So Power BI is for the smaller set of data. It is not for the unlimited data. When I have large amount of data, can I store all the data here? You will not be able to store it. So all the data, you will be able to capture them in the data warehousing. So Power Pivot cannot store. Why Power Pivot cannot store? Because we're going to be having 10 GB max capacity, but 10 times faster. But it doesn't mean that. Doesn't mean that I'm going to be replacing the Power Pivot here. So that is the limitation. Clear? So now, once the data is ready, what are we going to be doing? We're extracting the data, we are loading the data here, extracting is going to be happening, right? So extracting is going to be happening. We perform a transformation, data got loaded. Now, the next one is you create reports. So using this, you create reports and visuals. Okay. I wanted to drag and drop a chart. I wanted to create a report. So completely reporting can be done with the help of this. Clear? So that is what we're going to be doing. For example, I give vegetables to you. What you do? You transform the data. Transform means you apply a lot of things. You clean the vegetable, you cut the vegetable, you do a lot of marination. All these things going to be done here. Okay? Getting vegetables. You're getting some vegetables from here, some vegetables here, some vegetables here. What you do? You apply some transformation, clean vegetables. Transformation means cleaning the data, clean the vegetables, remove the unwanted part, remove the peeling. తొక్క గెక్క ఇవన్నీ తీసేస్తాం కదా మనం తర్వాత ఏం చేస్తాం సో we cut the vegetables in the proper shape, we marinate, we put salt and lot of it, we marinate. So all these things we're going to be having. Then the marinated vegetables are going to be storing in the fridge cannot store unlimited data. So మీ దగ్గర 200 లీటర్ ఫ్రిడ్జ్ ఉందనుకోండి, maximum we can store 200 liters of items. అంతే కదా. So this is a fridge. You're marinating, you're getting the vegetables, cleaning, marinating, and cutting. Everything will be done with the help of a Power Query. And after that, what you do? You put some salt, you put some sugar, and everything. Your food is ready. You're going to be preserving where it is going to be preserved. Okay. Then what you do? Next one is you have to cook. Start cooking, processing. So that is what is this? It is going to be processing. You're going to be creating a beautiful reports. You get the marinated item from the fridge. You're going to be cooking, and so you get the data, you transform the data. Transformation means apply some rules. You may be cleaning the data, you may be converting the data, you may be doing whatever you would like to do it, you do it. Then load the data into the Power Pivot model. Then after that, what you do? You create lot of reports. Okay, so reports are done only with the Power View. So you're going to be creating a report. So these reports are going to be published. Okay, so report will have steps from this phase, steps from this phase, steps from this phase. Report means what? Report means it is going to be having ETL steps, Power Pivot steps, and Power View steps. Clear? So when you have small amount of data, Power BI is always faster. Power BI does not need any thing to understand. Any people can create a Power BI reports. People who know SQL, people who do not know SQL, they can create Power BI reports. Clear? But why are we learning Power BI? When you join the company, you have to work with 50% to 60% with the SQL, 40%, 50% with the Power BI. Clear? So that is compulsorily without SQL knowledge. If you're learning Power BI, you're a dead guy. You're going to be a failure candidate. So that is for sure. Clear? Now, when you create a report, the report is with me. I'm going to be creating a report. Let me open Power BI desktop. How to open Power BI desktop? Go to start. You type power. When you set power, automatically this comes. Power BI desktop. Click on this. Guys, so you are going to be creating a report here. Okay, so for the creating a report, we're going to be using Power View. So sometimes what happens, you have a large amount of data. You get the data from here. I'll go there. Okay. You get the data from here. You get the data from here. Okay, what is this? Let me delete that. and you get the data from here. All the data you're going to be putting into ETL. Okay, ETL. So all the data is going to be loaded to where? Data warehousing. Okay, data warehousing. So I'm not able to put this ETL. I'm not going to be storing it here. So let me cancel it. I am performing all ETL operations. Which one? SSIS software. Clear? And I'm going to be putting it here. I'm going to be storing in the data warehousing. So this data, this guy will take it. Okay. This guy will create a lot of reports. That's it. Okay. So these steps will not be there. These steps will not be there. So only data is going to be supplied to Power View. Power View only will create what? Reports and visuals. And these reports we are going to be publishing to where? To the cloud. What is the cloud and everything we'll discuss later. So we create a report with our own data. We can also get the data and put it here, or we can get the data and dump into data warehousing. And this data warehouse data will go to where? Power View, and the Power View can create reports and visualization. So these two things I'm not going to be using because this ETL is happening here. This, modeling and everything is going to be happening in the data warehousing. Power Pivot can store the data. A normal data warehouse also can store the data. That's it. But which is not going to compress, okay? Which is slow. It is a 10 times faster. This is, it is not fast, but chalega. No problem. So I'm going to be creating lot of Power View reports with the help of this. Clear? Because data warehousing, if I take the data directly and create a reports, it will be slow. In between, what normally we use? We use SSAS. We use SSAS. Because of SSAS, what will happen? It will become faster. Okay. If you take data from the data warehousing itself and give it directly, it will be not very faster because this guy is 10 times faster. 10 times faster, which is going to be compressing the data and everything. If you wanted to make reports faster, between a data warehouse to reporting, you're going to be using SSAS, and where we are going to be creating a cube. If somebody asks you what is the purpose of the cube, which is going to be making reporting faster, which is going to be making reporting faster. If you don't have SSAS also, fine, there's no problem. But the issue is that your reports will become very, very slow. So we can use SSIS and SSAS and data warehousing with the Power BI only to create a report. Okay, so Power Query and Power Pivot we are not going to be touching and using. So this is what you got to understand. So it is very, very important stuff. Very, very important thing. So that is the one you should be able to understand. Clear? So Power BI cannot store unlimited data. That is the problem. That's not a problem. So that is how the companies are dealing with. When you have small amount of data, implement Power BI. It can take care of everything. But when you have a large amount of data, you try to get MSBI, SSIS and SSAS and SSRS and data warehousing. So that is the circus that you need to do it. So Microsoft is giving for smaller companies Power BI. For Microsoft is giving a bigger companies for MSBI. But many people nowadays MSBI plus Power BI combination. You get the data, store the data into data warehousing, plus you create a report with not with SSRS, create a report with Power BI. So you have a lot of openings. You have a lot of openings. So if you go to Naukri.com, they'll ask you SSIS, SSRS, data warehousing, lot of things they'll ask you. Let me go to Naukri.com and show you what are the things the Naukri is asking. Let me go. I wanted to go for Power BI jobs. Okay. So Power BI jobs where let me have it in Hyderabad or Bangalore. So I'm saying Power BI jobs where in Naukri.com. Go for search. Go for search. Okay. Now you read what are they asking? Okay. They're asking SSAS. They're asking what? SQL Server. Clear? But what is the role? Power BI application developer. If you don't learn SQL Server, if you don't learn SSAS, Okay. And Azure analysis also they're asking. So forget about Azure as of now. Power BI should know skill number one. Skill number two, SSAS. Skill number three, yes, it is one. So Ameripay trainers are saying only learn Power BI, you get a job. What is Naukri is not lying, right? What Naukri is telling? Naukri is telling Accenture solution. Accenture company is having Power BI and they need a Power BI communication skills written. Forget about it. See, SSAS you have to have SQL Server you need to have. So SSAS from where? From your MSBI. Many people are telling me, sir, if I learn Power BI, I will get a job. That is what is my friend is telling, my brother is telling. Now come to second job. Let us understand one by one. So don't be foolish. Don't be foolish. Right? So let us understand the second. Read what they're saying. SQL and T SQL. Right? So at least whatever you know, they're asking much more. If you learn only Power BI, they're asking much more. Forget about this, forget about this, forget about this. So all these things, forget about. At least you know whatever the combination. T SQL means complete SQL Server. SQL Server has two things: SQL and T SQL. There are two folders. There is SQL and T SQL in my videos, right? So SQL you need to study first for 30 days. T SQL you need to study next 30 days. So it is asking T SQL. It is Microsoft Power BI, Accenture also have it. Now come down. Tata Consultancy Services is having Hyderabad location. Now read this. Power BI, DAX, Power BI Desktop. So SDLC presentation. Clear? So these people did not ask anything, but it is very, very dangerous if you learn only Power BI and go, because this project may over within 2 to 3 months. Then say, do you know SSIS? Do you know SQL Server? So very, very less opportunity you'll have purely with Power BI. Clear? So always a combination of SQL Server, SSAS, and Power BI. This is always a super duper combination, right? You see, you will be able to understand many things like that. Okay. See now, SQL Server, lot of things: Power BI, RDBMS, Tableau, Store Procedure, SQL Server, Microsoft Power BI. So all these companies are asking you this. Clear? So you should be having SQL, SSIS, and SSAS. This is very, very, very. See, SQL Server is everywhere. Power BI developer. Without SQL Server, ETLC, Power BI, ETL. So you cannot leave them. You cannot say them, sir, I do not know ETL, I do not know this, I do not know. See, everything these guys are asking. SSIS. See, at least if you know Power BI, SQL Server, SSIS, and SSRS, you don't know, you can learn because it is equivalent to Power BI, reporting tool, right? So, SSIS. So, these are the mandatory tools that you need to prepare. So, you should not simply say that if I learn Power BI, out of 4 jobs, only one guy is asking purely Power BI, and remaining guys are asking a lot of other tools, right? So you should not learn for only one tool and go, then you will become, because this company is not going to recruit. You will be recruited from some other company. So there they'll ask you, do you know SSIS? Sir, I don't know. Do you know SQL Server? Sir, I know basics. Do you know Power BI? Yes, yes, I know only Power BI. One guy went, one guy joined also. One guy joined also after taking 1 month of Power BI course in Pune. And the HR asked, what all you know? Sir, ma'am, I know SQL, I know Power BI very well. Do you know SQL Server? No, 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 no. Only basics I know. Do you know SSIS? No, 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 no. I don't know anything. So 1 month that guy was in bench. After 1 month, before the salary, HR written email. What is the mail? He got it. Whatever be the subject that you know, we don't have a projects on those areas. Please resign and give the laptop to the company and go. Because whatever you know, we don't have the projects only on those technologies, right? So we cannot give you the job opportunity, you know, hence more. So hand over the laptop and you please get out from the company. So that is the mail he got it. He showed me, sir, somebody fooled me in Amirpet. So I completely lost my opportunity. Now I paid almost 2 lakhs of rupees. I lost it. So when this guy is calling, that guy says that is not my problem. You need to learn on your own. We are teaching Power BI. I told you to, I'll give you a job. You pay me this much. So this guy think that if I learn only one thing, I'll get a job. Yes, he got a job. 1 month he lost the job. Then he lost completely amount. Then he came, he joined with me, he has learnt SQL Server for 2 months, MSB, everything is learnt. Now that guy is got into Cognizant with his own capability. Now he said, sir, after losing my money and losing my patience and everything, now I'm learning a lot of other things, right? So definitely it is not the good thing to understand, guys. So always you understand business intelligence, SQL Server, everywhere SQL Server, SSIS, these are going to come, right? So without that, you cannot go into IT industry by learning a simple things. Clear? So today we understood what is Power Query. We understood what is a Power Pivot. So this is where we are going to be writing a DAX and the Power View where we're going to be creating a lot of reports. Okay. So when I open your Power BI, Power BI has got open. So this is the landing page. This is the landing page. You simply close this. Okay. Now you should be able to get three items here. So one item is called transform data. So this is what is called your Power Query. Okay. Power Query is this. Transform data is your Power Query. The next, these two are called second one, your Power Pivot. So this is where the data is going to be stored and which is going to be compressing. The third one is this. This is where we're going to be doing Power View. So these are the visualization that we're going to be creating. So the next one is a Power View. Power Query is the first number. Power Pivot is the second number. Power View is the third one. Power View where we have a lot of visualizations. Clear? So Power View, you drag and drop a visualization, you create a report. So tomorrow when we come, we'll understand how to use Power Query, how to get the data to the Power View, and Power Pivot, from Power Pivot to Power View, how to create a report with the Power View. Power Query, Power Pivot, and Power View. So these are the three modules that we're going to be working from tomorrow, and we'll also understand what are the things we have. This is what is called canvas. Okay, this is what is called visualization and lot of controls. Okay, and this is what is called your menu and ribbon. So all these things we are going to be discussing tomorrow, and this is where we are going to be dragging these items and putting them here. So okay, drag the item and drag the data and do some kind of a formatting. So all these things we'll understand. Drag and drop visualization, drag and drop data, and formatting the data and create a report. Create. So report will have multiple pages. Page number one, you click on this button, you will be able to get one more page. Okay, click on this button, you will be able to get multiple pages. You can also delete. So like that, all these things we'll discuss tomorrow. So if you have any questions, you can ask me. So tomorrow we'll discuss in depth. Yeah, any questions? So what is a Power BI? So Power Query, Power Pivot, which is a database. What database it is? Columnar database, where we're going to be writing a lot of things. So what we do, data modeling and relationships also will do. And we write DAX. What is this data modeling? And all these things we'll discuss tomorrow. And we perform DAX. Here we're going to be using M language. Power View, where we create a lot of visualizations and reports. And the next one is called Power BI service, Power BI report. And this is where we are going to be deploying our reports. So these 2 points we'll discuss tomorrow. So today let us understand Power Query, Power Pivot, and Power View. That's it. So these are the three things that you must understand. So any questions, guys? You can unmute and talk to me if you have any questions.